Hello and welcome to the Helios blog. My name is Helios. Today, how to handle a bad breakup. 10 things you can start doing right now. Lots of men suffer greatly due to our culture. Since our culture teaches us the myth of the one, many men suffer at the end of a relationship. Oftentimes, it feels like our whole world is ending when a relationship ends, since the way that men are taught is to worship women. When the object of men's affection is removed, and the only source of sex, men become miserable. Luckily for you, I'm here to help. Here is what you do once your perfect relationship ends. Enjoying my content? Check out my blog at heliosblog.com. On YouTube, you can support me by liking and subscribing. I'm also on Spotify if you'd prefer a podcast. If you're interested in my books, The Strategist Guide to Seduction and Quotes to Live By, they're available on Amazon. In addition, you can follow me on Patreon at the Helios blog for exclusive content. On with the show. Understand that more and better exists out there. Because of the false teachings of modern culture, many men lament over the loss of that one perfect girl for them. The truth is, however, that there is no one. There are many women out there that could make you very happy. There are literally thousands of women right now that would be exceptionally happy to be with a man like you, with your specific talents and personality. You do not have to fixate on that one. Rest easy, more women will come. When people in your life try to hide from you, is this fact. When there is one, there is more than one. I'm sure many of you have noticed that when you're with a girl, she assumes that other women are into you. That is because it is true. She fears her competition and tries to convince you that she is special, as do all your beta friends and relatives. This could not be further from the truth. Delete everything of hers. In that vein, once your relationship is over, it's time to delete everything. You want no reminders of her at all. You're trying to start fresh and you don't need beta reminders of her everywhere. Are those pictures of her on your phone? Delete them. All your beautiful, perfect couple pictures? Delete them. Things that she's given you as gifts which have sentimental value? Get rid of them. She's gone. Good riddance. Once you've removed the mental reminders, it's time for the next step. Go no contact. Never contact her again. Block her everywhere and delete her number. You want no chance of her messing with your head or of you being tempted to go for her again. Absolutely no contact, especially if it was a bad breakup. She's proven that she is low value. Why would you entertain her in your life again? Do not ever message her again. As far as you're concerned, she's on Mars now. Spend your time focusing on yourself instead and pursuing other women. Establish yourself as the center point of your own life. Many men, especially those that have had a bad breakup, have ended up in that place because they were no longer the center of their own lives. They made the girl they were with the most important thing in their life and supplicated to her endlessly. That needs to end now. Even if it feels selfish, you have to establish yourself as the center of your own life and no one else. No one deserves to be given higher priority in your life than you. You need to focus on yourself in your own development. Once you are self-centered in this way, you'll feel the pressure of the old relationship relax. Hit the gym. A lot of men, especially those coming out of bad relationships, let everything fall off. They stop exercising and stop being the badass they were before the relationship. This, of course, eases your partner's competition anxiety, but also makes you a total beta slob. We're not aiming for being a slob, we're aiming for greatness. Start going to a gym to lift weights, or start martial arts or boxing. You need a regular routine established of working out at least 4 times a week. The workouts need to be so intense that you can barely move afterwards. With a nice, more healthy body, you'll find that you relax and your confidence increases. This will help you a lot in the future when you're going to begin your journey of establishing multiple friends with benefits and non-monogamous girlfriends. Reestablish contact with the friends you may have been ignoring. A lot of men in their relationships allow the other people in their life who are important to them to fall off. They stop contacting their friends and stop spending quality time with anyone except their girlfriend. This cuts off any support you might have had, which would have prevented you from sinking this low. You need to recontact the people who you have allowed to drop off, as you need a network of people who care about you. Having a support system helps to establish the secure base from which you can take risks. Risk-taking is an important trait of alpha males. You'll see that once you cut the girl off, work out regularly, and re-establish contact with your friends, you'll begin to feel much better, though you may be suffering from lack of sex. This brings us to our next point. Learn some game. Many men coming off of bad relationships got into a bad relationship in the first place because they were NPCs. They followed the societal script of what they were supposed to do and got burnt because of it. If that is you, the problem is you had no knowledge of game. You're lucky. This blog has that information. You're going to have to learn the basics of game in order to be competitive and have the skills needed in order to establish a roster of women with which you're having regular sex. This likely means a change of personality, life outlook, appearance, and other life-changing events are on the horizon. It also means more pain and struggle. I know, I'm sorry. Ultimately, making the changes in your life that you need to make after the pain of a breakup are going to take even more pain and struggle. You'll see, though, that once you come out of the other side, you'll never be the same again. Work on yourself and the results will come. I, at least, will not lie to you. Decide not to be monogamous again. Time for a paradigm shift. The whole reason that many men enter into shitty relationships in the first place is that they allow more women to grab them by the balls. A woman has the most control over you when she has control of your sex drive. Because men on average need more sex than women, women can employ the tactic of sexual denial to control your behavior. Many women do once the honeymoon phase of your relationship is over, 6 months to 3 years. If you never allow yourself to be monogamous, no girl will ever hold that power over you again. Both of you will know that you can immediately leave at any point towards your other options if you're not happy. Thus, it puts the ball in your court. Women have to respect you and treat you well, and if they don't, you can easily, without loss of sex, move on to other women and simply replace the woman who is disrespecting you. A lot of bad relationships could simply be prevented through the strategy of non-monogamy. It is hard to do for many men, however, because it goes against their programming. You have to resist the brainwashing in order to be free of the shackles, I'm afraid. Next, cultivate 3 concurrent friends with benefits or non-monogamous girlfriends. Once you've decided in earnest that you won't be monogamous, you need to establish 3 concurrent women you're seeing. These women should be friends with benefits or non-monogamous relationship arrangements with you. With 3 concurrent women, if one leaves for whatever reason, you're still not monogamous. It buys you time to replace the girl you've lost as well. The level of happiness you'll feel once you've established 3 concurrent women is hard to describe. Just having the freedom to know that no girl has you by the balls is amazing. Anytime a girl tries to get you to fall into her frame, you hold the nuclear option of simply walking away while not losing access to sex. Having multiple women concurrently is an extremely effective tactic that will save you years of suffering. Something cool is that women who leave you often boomerang back after 4 months or so, since you were the only guy who didn't bend. Once you have a network of several women who are in on-again, off-again, non-monogamous relationships with you, the sex part of your life will be handled. You never have to worry about it again. Amazing, right? And finally, live happily ever after. Once you have a roster of women, that one bad breakup will mean nothing to you. You can rest on your laurels, knowing that the bad relationship was the push you needed in order to change yourself and your life for the better. Thoughts of the one will be non-existent in your mind as you realize that there are many women that you could be happy with. You'll feel a sense of freedom that you've probably never felt before. Options are power. Conclusion. In this article, we talked about how to get over a bad breakup. There's several things to do, and they all will build towards that goal. Mostly, the strategies here will help you to put yourself at the center of your life, as well as to decouple your access to sex from one woman. Here's a review of the list again. Understand that more and better exists out there. Delete everything of hers. Go no contact. Establish yourself as the center of your own life. Hit the gym. Reestablish contact with friends you had before. Learn some game. Decide to not be monogamous again. Develop a roster of 3 concurrent friends with benefits or non-monogamous girlfriends. Live happily ever after. Once you have done these things, you can truly be free. Work hard.